Hi, this is Gail with Coloring to Color. Today we are going to do a flip through of the postcard coloring book, Twilight Garden. The artist is Maria Troll, and originally this was published in Sweden as Blomster Mandala. This was originally published in March of 2017, so as I'm doing this video, it's pretty recent. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. Now I have colored some of the pages in it, and as I get to the various pages, I'll go ahead and tell you what I used on them. Now what you'll see on this book, it's Twilight Garden, so some of the pages have a black background, some of them have a white background. This is just the back of the cover page, and you can go ahead and color this if you would like. So the cardstock is really pretty heavy. So I didn't have too much of a problem doing anything with it. Took pretty much every medium I threw at it. Actually colored on it, I should say. So let's take a look at the flip through, and as I get to the pages I colored, I will explain what I used. Okay, here's the first of the pages that I colored. On this particular one, I believe I did use colored pencils for sure, and I want to say that I used my Polychromos on this one. Now I also used some stickles in various spots. I also had some gel pens, so I didn't have any issues with this. I think I also used a few markers here and there. Nothing on the back, so I didn't have an issue, but what I did have an issue with is while I was coloring it, this came out. Now, it's not that big of a deal for me as far as I'm concerned, because I just, kind of put it back. But if you are one of those people who really likes all your stuff bound, this one I had problems with. But again, to me, it was not a big deal. Now, one of the things that I did find on this one is some of the detail, and let me get up close to you. So some of this detail is really, really fine. Now remember, this is a postcard size book, and I could only get to some of this stuff with like a very, very, very sharp colored pencil, fine liner, but that was about all. Now on the pages that have a white background, it's not that big of a deal, but on pages that have a dark background, I had a hard time getting my colors to show up. Now this one I did not color. It came like this in the book, and I guess it's just for inspiration, or you could always just go ahead and send it as a postcard. But I do think it's lovely, and it did give me some ideas. Now I do not own the large version of this book, so I'm not sure if these are shrunk down images or just parts of images, but they're still lovely. Like here right now, you can see it has some very fine detail in some of these, and if this were on a black background, I might be having some issues with it. On a white background, not so much. This was just colored pencils. I think I tried using Marco Raffine, I think, on this one. Yep, Marco Raffine, because I went ahead and marked it. So I had a little trouble with the Marco Raffines, but that's for another review. This is another one of my images that I colored. And this one I used Inktense for the most part. I think I used a little bit of gel or water-based markers in a few spots, but this is primarily Inktense. This is another page that comes pre-colored for inspiration. I just thought of something. What I could do, and what I probably will do, is I'm going to take this and I'm actually going to go in and use my gel pens and whatever to create extra detail on some of these. I think that might be cool. Another way to use those pre-colored pages. So here's an area, let's see if I can get this a little bit closer. So this area in here, it's going to be very, very difficult for me to go ahead and put anything in there and get it to show up really well, aside from maybe a fluorescent gel pen. So when they're on the black background, the colors tend to melt into the background. If you're trying to use, I like the greens. I had problems with purples, blues, all the usual suspects. This is once again a pre-colored page. This page I did color. This one I believe was using just Prismacolors, and I have some stickles and things like that. This one was a lot of fun to color. And if I didn't mention it before, and I can't remember if I did or not, there are 20 postcards in this book. So as you can see, it's really pretty floral, and that makes sense because the name of the book is Twilight Garden. I got this on Amazon myself. It's probably available at other sources, so go ahead and check around. I will leave a link down below if you want to check it out on Amazon. I'd recommend this book. It's wonderful when you want to just go ahead and color something quickly. And sometimes, I know that sometimes I just want to color something and have it done, but not spend hours and hours and hours and hours doing it. You know, I can spend a couple hours and I'm done, and it gives me satisfaction. So just about anything you can use: alcohol markers, water-based markers, gel pens, colored pencils, the whole 9 yards. No problems with that, even the watercolor pencils. So this is Gail signing out for today and saying have yourself a great day and have fun coloring. Bye.